So here's a question for you. Would you benefit from ongoing support to improve your bottom line and ultimately help you master the business of practice ownership? Tracy Cherpe International offers you a proven, impeccably designed method to scale your practice while preserving your most precious assets, your time and energy. We blend business consulting with executive leadership to bring you what you need most to help you become an agile, entrepreneurial CEO while serving your patients with the utmost attention to their care. You receive individualized coaching and support from me and our professional team, providing the best of business consulting and executive leadership coaching to grow your practice without working more. Schedule your complimentary 45-minute strategy call at tracycherpe.com. Welcome to Thriving Practice. I'm your host, Tracy Cherpe, and I can't wait to introduce you to our incredible guests and to share business tips and strategies that will help make your life easier and support you in becoming the exquisitely fulfilled CEO you're meant to be. I am on a mission to help practice owners take back one day per week for the rest of their careers so they can focus on healing their patients and maximizing their profits. No more sacrificing your personal life or feeling burnt out. It's time to take back control and create the practice of your dreams. Whether you're a seasoned provider or just starting out, this podcast is your go-to resource for actionable advice and inspiration. Together, we'll uncover the hidden potentials within your practice and propel you towards the success and freedom you crave. So, if you're ready to transform your practice, make a lasting impact, and reclaim that one day per week for yourself, then you're in the right place. Let's embark on this journey together. As a practice owner, embracing an entrepreneurial mindset is indispensable for navigating the ever-changing healthcare landscape. This mindset allows for innovative healthcare solutions, greater autonomy, and the potential for higher financial rewards, leading to a more fulfilling and impactful career. Our mission is to support you in becoming the exquisitely fulfilled, high-impact CEO and practice leader you're meant to be. Welcome to Thriving Practice. It's me, Tracy. Today, we're igniting the spirit of innovation and inspiring change makers within the medical community. In this episode, we're learning about the transformative topic that bridges the worlds of medicine and business, embracing the entrepreneurial mindset for provider owners. In today's fast-evolving healthcare landscape, the role of providers extends far beyond the confines of the traditional healthcare practice. With shifting paradigms, emerging technologies, and evolving patient needs, it has become increasingly vital for providers to embrace an entrepreneurial mindset to not only navigate the challenges, but also harness the limitless opportunities within your reach. Join us as we embark on a journey of exploration, uncovering how providers can channel their medical expertise, compassion, and vision into entrepreneurial endeavors that bring about meaningful impact both within and beyond the walls of your clinic. Throughout this episode, I'll share insights and practical tips to help you shift into the mindset of an entrepreneur, opening the field of possibilities and expanding your potential. We'll dive into the core principles that underpin the entrepreneurial mindset, understanding how a willingness to take calculated risks, adapt to uncertainty, and foster creative thinking can empower you and help you become a change agent in your own right. I'll also share client stories of triumphs and challenges, shedding light on the transformative power of innovation in healthcare. By embracing an entrepreneurial spirit, you can activate groundbreaking solutions that revolutionize patient care, improve healthcare systems, and shape the future of medicine. Whether you're a seasoned provider looking to expand your horizons or a medical student aspiring to make a difference, this episode is for you. Together, let's unlock the potential of the entrepreneurial mindset within the healthcare community and redefine what it means to heal, innovate, and empower in the 21st century. So you know what to do. Grab a beverage or a snack, open your mind, and get ready. Let's learn how to elevate healthcare and create a lasting impact that transcends borders and transforms lives. I'm going to start with a quote about entrepreneurship by Sophia Amoruso, the founder of Nasty Gal Clothing. And it goes like this: "In whatever you do, You're not going to stand out unless you think big and have ideas that are truly original. That comes from tapping into your own creativity, not obsessing over what everyone else is doing. Now, I have a few reasons for sharing this quote with you, but mainly, I want to invite you to tap in to why you decided to be a practice leader and connect with that maverick spirit that gave you the courage to take this tremendous leap of faith into business ownership. If you embrace and embody an entrepreneurial mindset, you'll enjoy the fruits of your labor and make your life easier as a provider owner. You may not think of yourself as an entrepreneur, particularly nowadays where anyone with a cell phone and an idea can call themselves an entrepreneur. We often equate entrepreneurship with tech startups and services or products outside of the healthcare field. But even if you don't identify as an entrepreneur, you'd be wise to adopt some of the key mindset differentiators to benefit yourself, your team, your patients, and your bottom line, and likely the healthcare field overall. According to a study by Berkeley Haas School of Business, entrepreneurs earn on average 50% more than employed folks in the same industry with the same level of education. This is not necessarily true for physician owners, with the average earnings for a standalone provider at about $8,000 less per year than a physician working in a hospital center. The difference and added benefit here is that as a practice owner, you have more autonomy, the ability to manage your schedule, the potential to create a thriving and healthy work culture, and very importantly, to connect on a deeper level with your patients. This will ultimately benefit you and your team. And from what our clients tell us, this deeper connection with patients results in increased compliance with treatment plans and adaptation of healthier lifestyle habits. Now, sharing the stats with you about income may sound like a disincentive to start or lead your own practice. But if you think like an entrepreneur, then you'll be open to creating multiple streams of revenue and income without a ton more work. Also, the benefits I mentioned earlier about autonomy, healthy work environment, connection with patients, and so on, like let's not forget that. There are a lot of qualities attributed to entrepreneurial thinking. And for the purposes of this episode, I'll focus on just a few and share some of my observations and client experiences to highlight the benefits of embracing the mindset of an entrepreneur. So let's start with some attributes. First, entrepreneurs are willing to disrupt established norms. Most entrepreneurs do not see work as a means to an end. They view it as an opportunity to challenge the status quo and create innovative solutions to existing problems. One example is the internet. It's changed how we communicate, do business, and how we gather information. Many of our clients are disrupting the status quo in healthcare by committing to a more patient-focused approach, bucking against the constraints of insurance companies, or embracing a business model that's focused on equitable distribution of profits, or maybe even moving away from allopathic medicine into the realms of complementary or regenerative practices to address root causes of pain and disease. Next attribute, entrepreneurs are resilient. Resilience being the ability to bounce back from setbacks, persevere in the face of adversity, and maintain a positive attitude despite obstacles. What makes entrepreneurs more resilient is a connection to a strong sense of purpose for their work. Does this resonate with you? See, you're already starting to identify as an entrepreneur if you weren't before. Also, wise entrepreneurs cultivate a strong support network that includes mentors, coaches, therapists, peers, and family members to provide emotional support and encouragement wherever needed, so they're better equipped to handle the ups and downs of business ownership. We put a lot of emphasis on having a strong support system with our clients because business ownership can feel so lonely, particularly if you're committed to doing things differently from the established norm. Now, diving a little deeper into the thinking of an entrepreneur, entrepreneurs embrace a growth mindset. If you're not familiar with the work of Carol Dweck on mindset, here's the quick and dirty. Someone with a growth mindset views intelligence, abilities, and talents as learnable and capable of improvement through effort. On the other hand, someone with a fixed mindset views those same traits as inherently stable and unchangeable over time. What this means for you as a provider owner is that you'll see opportunities for learning and growth rather than feeling stuck when things go sideways, as they sometimes do. Think, oh, I don't know, global pandemic, and the need to switch gears quickly to accommodate all that came with it. There was a steep learning curve for many, but having a growth mindset and openness to doing things differently worked out well for those people. Organizations and individuals that stayed in a fixed mindset suffered greatly, and many are no longer in business because of their resistance to change and growth thinking. Along the lines of growth mindset, entrepreneurs see failure, air quotes around failure here, as learning opportunities and therefore not catastrophic. Mistakes are healthy, and they signal that old ways are being challenged and new, likely more efficient ways are emerging. Seeking perfection is the death of creativity. And guess what? Perfectionism is a fixed mindset. We're always in motion, and there are always opportunities to learn. So seeking perfection ought not be the goal. I can raise my hand, or maybe even both hands, as a recovering perfectionist and tell you that I have learned that my 70 to 80% of completion or progress is good enough to launch and is probably maybe about 150% effort of a person who's less concerned with excellence. Several of our clients over the years have grappled with this because 70 to 80% effort or completion on patient care is absolutely unacceptable. So they need to switch hats, so to speak, when it comes to the business operations side of their practice. Sometimes good enough really is good enough, y'all. And if you're as committed to excellence as me and my team and our clients and their teams, you'll quickly learn that 70 to 80% on the business side is absolutely going to yield you excellent results. Now, we can flip that and look at it a different way, which would be to apply the Pareto principle or the 80-20 rule to it, meaning that 80% of your results will be determined by 20% of your input. So don't allow yourself to get hung up on perfectionism. Stay focused on what will bring the most value to your practice, your team, and your patients. Now, a little caveat. There are hopefully some obvious caveats to the 80-20 thing. For example, 80% will not cut it with filing your taxes or legal matters, so be wise about how you go. Now, a few more attributes, which I'll briefly share, and you'll definitely start to see emerging as you embrace your inner entrepreneur, are the following. Understanding that your results come from your smaller combined efforts, think 80-20. Discipline is a prerequisite to sustainable success. Sustainable being the key word here. So I'm going to repeat that one. Discipline is a prerequisite to sustainable success. Adaptability, which is different from resilience in that, in times of rapid change, like now, one is able to adapt and adjust to circumstances and create new solutions to challenges. Remember, resilience is more about bouncing back from missteps or failures or challenges or delays. And finally, having competition means you've got great research subjects nearby. Now, thinking this way is indicative of a growth mindset, and it keeps you nimble, ready to make adjustments, and to see opportunities for growth and learning. I'll share a story about resilience, growth mindset, and the ability to see a gap in the market to create solutions to bridge that gap. One of our now graduated clients, Dr. Andrew Orr, a women's health specialist in Brisbane, Australia, also known as the Brisbane Baby Maker, and an early guest on our podcast on episode 40. Dr. Orr is a brilliant and skilled provider, a gifted teacher, and an inspirational entrepreneur. It's his entrepreneurial spirit, which includes an ability to see problems as opportunities, a willingness to disrupt established norms, and a growth mindset that helped him not only solve a serious challenge, but also create a lucrative additional stream of income. Several years back, there was an issue with one of Australia's leading supplement companies, and there was going to be at least a 6-month shortage of supplements. As Andrew is a naturopath and Chinese herbalist by training, this was not going to fly for him and his many patients who were working with multiple modalities, including supplements, to shore up their reproductive health in hopes of falling pregnant. When Andrew learned that it was going to be at least 6 months before he could access supplements for his patients, he decided that he could seize an opportunity to continue the high level of care his patients were accustomed to and create an additional stream of income. So he found a company to help him formulate and package the supplements his patients needed and started his own line of herbal medicine and nutritional supplements called Conception Nutritional Medicine. Now he doesn't have to worry about his patients having access to what they need. He has control over quality and formulation, and he has an additional revenue stream. The income from this line of supplements helped him make a quick and easy decision when he wanted to downsize his practice from multiple providers to being a sole provider. When he made this change, he was actually able to increase his income, decrease his stress levels, and focus on other professional pursuits, including creating a continuing education arm of his company called the Experts Program. The Experts Program is an intensive training program focused on supporting providers with a deeper understanding of women's health issues, particularly reproductive health. The Experts Program is a much-needed training program for practitioners, providing continuing education credits and supporting women in their health journey. It is also a tidy third stream of income with low overhead, since it can be conducted 100% online. When I asked Andrew how he has these great business instincts, he said he attributes his business acumen to his experience in the hospitality field, where he worked to put himself through school. He transferred his training all of the training he received to anticipate and fulfill guest needs, along with the business case for looking for opportunities. He moved all of that over with him to his private practice, and it is paying off big time. He thinks like an entrepreneur, and he switches hats between business strategy and patient care. As we see with this client's story, and by studying our fellow entrepreneurs, thinking like an entrepreneur is like being a gardener. I love gardening metaphors. So just as a gardener carefully tends to their plants, an entrepreneur nurtures ideas, opportunities, and resources to help them grow and flourish. Both require patience, attention to detail, and the ability to adapt to changing circumstances. Like a gardener, an entrepreneur must also have a long-term vision and be willing to take risks, knowing that with the right care and perseverance, their efforts can yield bountiful rewards. Now, how can you develop the mindset of an entrepreneur? It's a great question, and there's not one singular answer, but my suggestion would be to start out by accepting and embracing that you are an entrepreneur. If you already identify this way, then the next step might be to check in with your network. Are there other business owners in your circle that you can confide in and be in community together with them? It's easier to thrive as a business owner when you have the right kind of support, particularly with like-minded people. Another thing, do you consume entrepreneur media, such as articles in like Inc. or Entrepreneur, Harvard Business Review, or entrepreneurial books, such as Just About Anything written by Seth Godin, or one of my personal favorites, which I have all of my clients read, called The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks? Or do you listen to podcasts about entrepreneurship, maybe like the Masters of Scale or the HBR Idea Cast? Or my personal favorite, absolute favorite, is Anchored Intelligence, hosted by my coach, the amazing Eleanor Beaton. These are just some ideas to get you rolling and to support you in your entrepreneurial journey. Now, one thing I can very confidently say is that owning a practice is absolutely an entrepreneurial endeavor, and Oxford Dictionary backs me up with the definition. Entrepreneurship is the activity of setting up a business or businesses, taking on financial risks in the hope of profit. So, embracing the mindset of an entrepreneur, which includes seeing challenges as opportunities, employing a growth mindset, and seeing the possibility of growing your expertise through effort, will make your life easier as a provider owner. It'll help you look for opportunities, become more decisive, and become much more adaptable with your problem-solving skills to find innovative and patient-centered solutions. Also, if you'd like the opportunity to expand your earning potential without burdening yourself with additional workload, thinking like an entrepreneur lends itself to creating the possibility to do so. Remember, as a healthcare practice owner, of course, your primary focus is on providing high-quality patient care. The entrepreneurial mindset should complement your medical expertise to create a thriving practice that positively impacts the health and well-being of the community you serve. Now, it is our mission to support you in taking back your time, growing your practice, and elevating your leadership so you can make a lasting impact on your patients' lives and in your community. We would be honored to support you. Go to tracycherpesky.com to schedule your complimentary strategy session. Before I sign off, I want to ask a favor of you. My team and I are writing a white paper to address the challenges of being a provider and business owner, specifically the challenges of juggling administrative and clinical duties with patient care, and we need to borrow from your expertise. Our working thesis is that the current research about provider owners is limited at best and does not address the unique business challenges and needs of practice owners. So we are asking you if you would take our survey. There's 5 questions, and the survey should take you about 5 minutes to complete. We appreciate you sharing your time with us to support our research. We are going to use the results of our survey to write a white paper that will benefit practice owners and their teams from a business operations perspective. We will be absolutely delighted to share the white paper with you when it's completed. So please click on survey link in the show notes or go to our website, tracycherpesky.com, and click on the button, Take Our Survey. Thank you so much for being a part of our community. We appreciate you. See you next time. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Thriving Practice. I appreciate you. And I have an ask. If you got value from this show, make sure to share it. You can give a shout out on social media or tell your friends and colleagues about it. You can also subscribe so you never miss a show. To learn more about how we work with practice owners to help them take back their time, head over to tracycherpesky.com. While you're there, sign up for our newsletter, which has tips and tools for your practice success. A special thanks to our incredible team, and thanks to you, our dear listener, for sharing the gift of your time and attention. I wish you so much success as you continue to move forward in your day. If I can be a resource to you, let's schedule a time to talk. You can find the scheduling link on our website.